All right, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. All right, it is, what's this, day 6 of the Advent calendar? Whew. So, hey, back-to-back 15 years. Did Calander Farm 15 year, and today we are doing Sam Houston 15-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 103 proof. And then I'll show you the bottle here again real quick. Let you look at the front of the bottle, and then we'll get into some of the mash bill stuff and whatnot, what information we do have on this. But Sam Houston 15 year, enlightened by patriotism and guided by wisdom. We can read this. Boom, boom, boom. This is so foggy. Sam Houston's life was that of a true legend and patriot. He ran away from home at a young age. For a short time, he lived with a Cherokee tribe in Hiwassee River area. Eventually, he was given the name Calander, meaning the Raven, and adopted into the tribe as Chief John Jolly's son. He grew up to be a fierce soldier and strategist. At one point, with a small, outnumbered, undersupplied force, his men defeated the Mexican general Santa Anna. Houston's men suffered few casualties, but a stray bullet shattered his ankle. The decisive victory forced Santa Anna to sign the Treaty of Velasco, granting Texas its independence. Sam Houston was well respected as one of the great political men of his day, serving as a congressman, a governor, and twice as the President of the Republic of Texas. He was brutally honest and a man of principle. This premium, perfectly aged, well-crafted bourbon is offered in tribute to the life of Sam Houston, an honest and patriotic man. You know, I grew up right outside of Knoxville in Maryville, and there was a school there, Sam Houston Elementary School. I didn't go there, but nonetheless, pure patriot. So then you get into the mash bill, this stuff. This is bottle 406 out of 501. This batch is Kentucky-1. It consists of batch size of 3 barrels. It was bottled on April 2006. That was when it was barreled April 2006. Aged at bottling 15 years, obviously. Non-chill filtered. Barrel staves number 4 char level. Barrel type American white oak. Barrel selected by true and honest hands. Mash bill is 74% corn, 18% rye, and 8% malted barley. Distilled and aged in Bardstown, Kentucky. Again, this is bottled by Three Springs Bottling Company, Bowling Green, Kentucky, for Western Spirit. So Calander Farm was Western Spirit, same thing. So interesting. So we'll see how similar they are. But let's get into it, Bourbon Quest. What do you say? Get us a little pour of Sam Houston 15 year. Alright, there we go. So, as always, stay hydrated, my friends. Alright. Bubbles on that are nice. So, on the nose, you definitely get that oakiness and char. That really is kind of the prominent, just the white oak and char on the nose, along with your traditional vanilla and caramel, hint of cherry. Get a little bit of that ethanol in there too, along with that oak and char, but that's really what's coming through. I'm not getting a whole lot of complexity on the nose. It's being overpowered by the oak and char. A little baking spice in there and cherry. You know, I'm not doing these side by side, but from when I did this for yesterday for the Calander Farm, I believe the Calumet Farm was a little bit more interesting and complex on the nose. But anyways, let's go in for a taste. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah. Comes off very oaky and charred, alcohol forward. Man, not a fan of that on the first sip, to be honest. Was expecting more from that. Alright. Yeah. This is one of those I just think is over oaked, over charred, both on the nose. It's not terrible on the nose, but alright, let's try another taste. See if anything's changed. Let's give it a little bit more swirl. See if we can. I mean, it's been open for a while. I mean, obviously, I have not had much out of this, as you can tell on the bottle, but this isn't, you know, the neck pour or a fresh crack by any means. This has been open for quite some time. Yeah. All right. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, just alcohol forward, just that rich, deep char and oak. Not a fan. I mean, you get some of that cherry and bacon spice, but it's just overpowered by the oakiness and the char level on that. I'm not a fan of this one. I would, and especially I think this is right around 120, 130 bucks. This would be a hard pass. If I remember correctly, the Sam Houston 14 year was pretty good. I think from the year before. We'll revisit these at some point. I mean, this is part of the Advent calendar, but at some point I'll go back and we'll do a video, you know, sometime first quarter of the year with the Sam Houston 14 and this 15. But yeah, my first thoughts on this is not a fan. I would say, especially at that price point, that's a hard pass. Negative Sam Houston. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's a pass for me. Especially at that price point. It's just, I mean, yeah, if you want some oakiness and good oakiness, get you a Woodford double oaked or a or the other one that we did a couple of days ago, the Old Forester 1910. Those are good. This is, and they're cheaper. Those are around 50 to 60 bucks. What's much better than this at 120 or 130. So Sam Houston, hard pass, brother. Good try though. Did not live up to my expectations. The Calumet Farm 15, much better, you know. So obviously if you saw, you know, again, the Woodford double oaked or the Old Forester 1910, much better. If you know, that's your profile in this. Or in my opinion, if you saw the Calumet Farm 15 and this Sam Houston 15 next to each other, they're the same price point, same age statement, distilled or bottled by the same place. So the Calumet Farm, hands down over this. This is a hard pass. So hey, hope you're getting some good value out of this. But if you haven't done so, just please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications, and leave a comment, smash that like button. All those things really help out a great deal. I appreciate every single one of you, Bourbon Quest. But we're going to wrap this up tonight and go drink something better than this Sam Houston. How about that? Well, let me know what you're drinking tonight. Hope it's better than this Sam Houston. And we'll just close. As always, I just want to say my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Good night, Bourbon Quest. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again tomorrow for another rendition of the Advent calendar. Good night.